the topic positive or negative. Okay, so there's so much stuff that can be learned from this, positive and negative. And you got to think about if you put a positive and a negative backwards on, say, a car battery, well, it's not going to be good, right? Not going to get a good outcome. Or if you take a magnet and you flip them around, right, and they're opposite of each other, they repel each other. They don't attract to each other, right? They repel. And so I have some great notes about what you should focus on, and focusing on positive and negative. And I thought this would be a really good fit to begin this, because I think no matter what you do, whether it's relationships, whether it's your job, your workplace, you have a business, you play sports, whatever it is, I think it's really important that you focus on things that are positive. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, you could be going to work every single day and hate your job. Well, what are some of the things that you do like about it? What are certain things that you can contribute in a positive way? And what will start to happen is all these things that you see negative will slowly go away. See, and some of this stuff may sound cliche to you, but really what you think about, you actually do bring about. Okay, so if you're focused on all the negative, why does this always happen to me? Every single time this happens to only me. Well, first of all, here's a little news flash. It happens to all of us, okay? It all comes down to how you react to certain things, right? Whether you look at it like that, like this always happens to me, or you can look at it as, man, I'm glad this happened because now it's an opportunity to learn. And if you look at things that way, of whatever happens to you, what can you learn from it, then you're going to really get a positive outcome from that. And I'm telling you, positive attracts positive, negative attracts negative. It's just like the magnet theory, right? You put the magnet to magnet, boom, they're going to suck together. You flip them around, they're going to repel each other. And whether you want to believe it or not, whatever we put out into the universe will come right back to you like a boomerang. And you really need to focus on things that you want to happen. There's a really cool affirmation. That's the I am, right? I am, right? If you focus on, you can be looking in the mirror going, man, I'm so fat. Oh, I'm so out of shape. I'm this, I'm that, right? In a negative light, a lot of that's going to continue to happen. So you got to turn those around. What are you? What do you want to be? What are you becoming? What are you attracting? And utilize those things in affirmations, and watch what happens to you in your life. Like attracts like. And whether you believe it or not, what you tell yourself, your brain, your subconscious mind, okay, which by the way, we use about 10% of our entire brain. So the other 90%, your subconscious brain, is very powerful, and it doesn't know truth or a lie. Doesn't know. Whatever you tell it, it believes. And then what happens? It starts to go to work on your behalf, whether it's a negative or a positive, and those things will continue or begin to attract into your life. Right? If you say stuff to yourself like, why can't I? Why is this? This never goes right. Then your brain literally starts thinking that's normal, and it starts bringing things in your life that are not what you desire. So start thinking about all the things you want. Start telling yourself great things are happening. Start telling yourself you're worthy. Start telling yourself that you bring value to other people. Now that's one element of this positive negative. Some of you may think that's all hokey and is just a bunch of pie in the sky stuff, but I'm here to tell you, what you focus on will come about. What you focus on will become your reality. So ask yourself, if you do a little homework, if you get any value from this today, what are you thinking about constantly? What exactly is it in your life that's going on, and is it attracting good or is it attracting bad? it's a pretty profound statement, but a lot of people work so hard. They're hustling so hard. They're trying to make it. And they think that if they could just become successful, that would make them happy. But I got news for you. Becoming successful does not attract happiness. It's exactly the opposite of that. Happiness attracts success. Okay, so the happier you are, the more you can be in that flow of joy and happiness. Good things and happy things are going to attract into your life. It's just the way it is, like it or not. And you know, I talk to so many people that struggle. They do so many different things. They never have the breakthrough. They never have the success, but they're always focused on why it didn't work rather than learning from whatever they were doing that didn't work to get better at it. Surround yourself with some good people. Be a sponge and understand that everybody goes through it. Every single person. If you're getting any value whatsoever from this, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're watching this on a recording or a replay, drop a 2 in the comments. I love to see who's watching me live and who watched this on a recording. But you know, it doesn't matter if you're talking about a business, your relationships, your workplace. I'll tell you another thing that really works as far as the law of attraction to attract good things to you. You know, we talk about this happiness. We talk about, you know, being joyful. You know, when you're going through your everyday life, you got a million things on your mind, whether you're going to the store or you're going to the bank or you're just out and about. When you see people, make a conscious effort this week, make a note of it and see if anything happens. Just smile at people, right? Just, you know, give a smile and a nod to people. Open a door for somebody. You know, help somebody with their groceries. You know, I'm telling you, what you do positive reciprocates and will come back to you in a positive light. I think if people stopped focusing so much on the hustle and focused more on what the hustle can do for other people, then a lot more good things would come into your life. And, you know, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to myself. Right? We all fall into funks every now and then. We all have downfalls that happen in our life. We all have relationships that go sideways. We all have jobs that go sideways or companies that let us down or whatever the case is. So these things are great reminders for myself too, as I go through these 21 days to a better you. And I really want you guys to not just hear me. You know, my goal for these next 21 days is to be able to provide a little bit of value. If I can touch one or two people out of everybody that sees any of these videos, hey, you might know somebody who's in a funk, who's in a depression, who can't figure out why life isn't going their way, and they maybe need to hear a message like this. Share this video with some people. You know, maybe this video would help them today to wake up tomorrow and start tomorrow. Here's one thing I know, it's never too late. All you have to do is shift your mindset, start focusing on the things you want, start focusing on the things that you want to come in and attract into your life, and start today. Forget about what happened yesterday. And here's another great tip. Stop worrying about things that are totally out of your control. If you know, some things you just can't control, right? And if you can't control it, why are you getting worried and worked up about it? You can't do that. You got to stay focused. You got to stay worried about the things you can control. And really what that boils down to is you, your mindset, your activity, what you're doing on a daily basis. What are you doing, whether it's a job, a business, a relationship? What are you doing in that situation to contribute something positive to it, right? I see so many people, and, you know, so many people just give up on their marriages or decide to just break up after X number of years rather than figuring out, well, you know what, maybe part of this problem is me, right? And look in the mirror. Stop blaming everyone else and look in the mirror, because literally everything is attracted to your life by what you do, what you say, how you act, how you treat people, what you think about. And so tonight's message, day one, what I